guys, what's up? It's Joe Raiti from Raiti's Rides. We are still here at the Chicago Auto Show, and I think one of the cars that wound up surprising a lot of people is here right next to me. What is it? This is it. This is your updated, upgraded 2025 Kia K5. This particular one is the top trim, the GT. But before we get into this, like I said, revision of their midsize sedan, let's talk about what's going on here. Kia. There's been a lot of focus on electrification. We've already brought you the EV6, the EV9, but guess what? They're not done with the K5. You might have thought it would fall to the wayside, but there's still a big need for midsize sedans, especially when you look at what's new from Toyota with the Camry, Honda with the Accord, and of course, the changes to the Sonata from Hyundai. Now, what Kia has decided to do is bring more style, bring more technology, but depending on what trim you get, there's actually more performance. So what I want to find out is, if you're looking for the best new mid-size sedan that has some performance, is this 2025 Kia K5, the GT, the way to go? Let's go ahead, let's dive in and find out. Right off the bat, the color. The palette color that Kia brings really fits the design extremely well. And when we talk about design, of course, it's going to start at the front of the business. So you'll see a new interpretation to their headlight housing. Very long and thin extension, full LED headlights, LED daytime running lamps, and turn signals built in. I love the way you have that upper extension, but also this lower extension. As we drop down low, you are going to have LED fog lamps, but I am going to have to zonk this area here, fake vent. That's a big no-no, but I do love the way that they did the fog lamps. Now, as we come across that front nose, it's all about opposites combining and colliding. That's part of their design philosophy. So you'll notice the new style to the upper grille, that tiger nose shaped grille that Kia is known for. We do have a forward-facing camera, and you do have a large area down below, more functionality with the splitter that's built in. But I'm really digging how they left this gloss black, because with the body color, it almost gives it fangs. And I'm really digging that extra sporty style. Now, as we rise up, when it comes to the hood, hood's gonna be the same. So you have this nice U-shaped indentation, the Kia badge. And if you're wondering what's underneath the hood, when it comes to the GT, that is gonna be that 2.5 liter turbocharged engine, putting out 290 horsepower and mated to an 8-speed dual clutch transmission. Still front wheel drive and still lacking a limited slip diff. So it would have been nice to have a limited slip diff. If you go with, say, an LX S trim, an EX trim, underneath the hood is going to be a new engine. Gone is the 1.6 liter naturally aspirated engine. In its placement is a 2.5 liter naturally aspirated inline four. This one's turbocharged. The other base engine is going to be naturally aspirated 2.5 liter. It actually produces 11 more horsepower than previous model years. So that's a really good touch. Now, as we come around the bend, not only is it about the front end style, but also wheels and tires. I'm really digging this all new 19-inch wheel. You'll notice the intricate geometric shape design. We have those bright yellow, like a neon highlighter yellow of color on the caliper with the GT badge. And if you're wondering, well, Joe, what's the size of the tires? 245 on the width, 40 series sidewall. And like I said, this is a 19-inch wheel. Let me know how you feel about the style of the wheel. Definitely going good with this particular one that we have under the show lights. And I'm telling you, I absolutely love how they've done the LED lighting at the front of this vehicle. Now, as we come down the side, one thing you'll notice is you have your 360-degree cameras right there in your side mirror housing, gloss black up top. We have a nice, large panoramic glass roof, and I like the way they blacked everything out. One of the things I would have liked to have seen a little different that I am gonna zonk, I would like to see dark chrome, not the shinier chrome finish. Because this is so sporty, some dark chrome finish, but you do have color match on the door handles. And as we slide back towards the rear, you'll see those very unique body lines to the K5. And then of course, with that trim, as it flares out like it's done in the past, into the rear, and then use all the U-shape all the way around. Dark chrome would have been the way to go. Now remember, this is not like the outgoing Stinger that disappeared a couple years ago. This has an actual trunk, not a lift back. But as we drop down, look at the way they did that lighting. Spot on the money with the brightness. I like the way they kind of smoke the lenses a little bit, little dark tinge. Of course, you're gonna have a GT badge. And then on top of that, we have functional exhausts. And look at this on both sides. Love the way you got that quad tip exhaust, all new style with the rear diffuser in the back, and then super clean on that back trunk area. But why don't we go ahead, let's get to the interior and see what's all new for 2025. All right, guys, business time. On that passenger side, we are inside the 2025 Kia K5 GT. I know you're saying to yourself, well, Joe, I want a midsize sedan that has some extra oomph. I'm liking the lines of the K5. It seems Toyota and Honda have checked out. How much is this? So official MSRP is not available for the 2025 model year example, but expect it to be close to what the current generation of the K5 GT, and then of course the other trims, EX, LXS, and all those will follow same suit. But why don't we go ahead, let's see what the interior brings compared to the competition. To the door panels. I love the style. You have the dark soft touch material up top. Love the way they do that speaker grill cover right near the door handle. It's kind of like a starburst. And then new for 2025 is that neon yellow highlighter stitching. Matches the calipers. Soft touch on the armrest. The big Zonkas, they still do too much gloss black around that switchgear. You're going to need to clean that day in and day out. We got the Bose sound system, and you have enough room for a Chicago size bagel. Obviously not as big as a New York bagel, but still big enough for a schmear and a bottle of Starbucks cappuccino to wash it down. Now going from the door panel to the dash, love the way they're doing the new finish in here. Look at the design. Simple, tasteful. I don't need a bunch of gloss black everywhere. I like the flat black. And then as we slide in, this is all new. Now, unfortunately, I'm at the auto show and I can't turn it on, but these are two 12.3-inch screens, infotainment and dash. And then as you work your way down, you're gonna have your full digital display for your AC controls, dual climate, heated seats, ventilated seats, and then all the connectivity. USB-Cs, 2 of them. You got a 12 volt underneath there. There's the 12 volt. And then you do have wireless charging and a place for 2 Twinkies. My only zonk is I would like a lid here. I would like some type of lid. This is going to control that 8-speed DCT, 2 cup holders, still have your drive mode selector knob, and then there's your switch gear for your 3 stages of ventilated seats, heated seats, and there's a button for a heated steering wheel. That's where you're going to put your Hershey's Kisses. Do you know why they call it a Hershey's Kiss? Because guess what? It makes the machine that makes the chocolate, makes a puckering sound. Hershey's Kisses. See the information we bring to you on Raiti's Rides? More of that wonderful stitching, soft touch material. Open this up, you got a USB-C, and you could easily put, I would say, 5 Chicago dogs in here. And go crazy with the relish, man. Relish the moment, that's what I always say. Put relish on your hot dog. No, that's the puckering sound, whoops. Seats, love the material. The stitching is consistent, even in the center here. Nice bolstering. You do have power seats for the passenger, power seats for the driver, and you have that power shade, which unfortunately we're at the auto show. I don't have power going to the car. That opens up and you have a panoramic sunroof. But once you get over here, the business end, I want to show you behind the wheel of this Kia K5. All right, guys, business time behind the wheel. You do have 2 memory seat settings, and what's nice is just like the passenger side, you're going to get full electric assist. The seats, they do a great job in comfort, but also in support. I'm 6 feet tall, and even with the panoramic roof, I'm not even close to the headliner. Steering wheel, it's one of those things that when you touch it, you're like, wow, this is really nice. Flat bottom, I like the GT badge there, the stitching all the way around, flat black on the switch gear here, and then of course you have paddles to go up and down that 8-speed DCT. It is a manual tilting and telescoping steering wheel. And then just like the infotainment system, I can't show it to you, but that's a 12.3-inch digital gauge cluster. And if you're wondering, well, Joe, how much horsepower is in the regular K5? It's 191 horsepower. That is 11 horsepower more. So if you do the math, current generation is 180, 2025 standard engine in the K5 is 191. Don't forget, this one has 290 horsepower. But let's get into the back seat and see if passengers are going to be happy you went Kia. All right, guys, backseat time. And this is where these midsize sedans really earn their money because they give you a lot of room back here. Once again, 6 feet tall, not even close to the headliner. I like the backs of the seats. You got these nice pockets. You could put some travel games back here, maybe a Battleship. How about Candyland? Chutes and Ladders, Connect 4. What's your favorite game? Let me know down in the comment section. Command center, you do have some AC vents, which are great. 2 USB-Cs. I'm sitting back here and I feel good. I feel really good. And then guess what? Now I feel perfect. But it's nice to have the center armrest. Same stitching as up front. Everybody gets stitching. But let's go ahead, let's get into the trunk and see how much junk we could fit in this K5. Right, guys, time to get in the trunk. The nice thing is Kia hides it very well right by the backup camera. You're gonna hit that, opens up, and what do we have? We have an actual car cover. So you could fit a whole car cover in here, plus you have your split seats that fold down. That shows the usability with this vehicle. How about a spare? Lori, let's look. You do get a spare in the K5 GT. A lot of performance spec cars don't get spares, so that's nice to see. But you know what? I want to take you for a drive. I'm not sure if I want to do it here in Chicago, but we're going to do a first drive of this updated K5 GT and the regular K5. But until that day happens, let's wrap it up from the auto show. All right, guys, it's been another great day here at the Chicago Auto Show. Of course, we can't wrap this up because I have somebody very important. Wow, he lifts me off the ground. James Bell from Kia. But these are the things that are great. It's not just about the cars, but the people in the auto industry that really make things fun, exciting, and something that you want to be around. That's for sure. But let me know how you feel about this K5 GT with the changes in the comment section. But if you're new to the channel and you're on your way out, hit that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile. I'll come back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Raiti's Rides family. Of course, we need to give it up. LG Raiti, boy, all that chaos, she kept the filming going and she made it happen. Thank you, Lori, for all that you do. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.